Okay, so key signatures are these things over here that tell the musician what notes to play. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of staffs over here. Okay, so the key signature are these sharps and flats. I'll give you a flat example here, over here. All right, and it's this business right here. This is the key signature, and with it comes a key name. For example, this one is called D major, okay, and this would be called B flat major or relative minor, okay, and that's one of the first things you need to know about key signatures is that each key signature has a major key name and a relative minor key name. And what does that mean? Well, the major keys are the ones that we, quote unquote, say sound nice, or the minor ones are the ones that sound sad, okay? And when we say they are relatives, each key specifically has a major key that belongs to that key signature and a minor key that belongs to that key signature. And it doesn't vary. So, 2 sharps is D major or B minor. 2 flats is either B flat major or G minor. And what is the real functional purpose of key signatures? Well, it helps you, if you go back to another video where I kind of talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it here again, specifically just talking about key signatures. It helps the musician's eyes, right? The playability of the music. Because what the key signature is telling me, here in the case of the treble clef here, it's telling me that every time I see an F, make it sharp. Every time I see a C, make it sharp, so forth and so on, depending on what's there. Or down here in the bass clef, every time I see a B, make it flat. Every time I see an E, make it flat. So if I have a D major scale, okay, I know that's D major because this key signature over here tells me that it's D major, and I have D to D. And without having the sharp there, let's get rid of some of this here. Got convoluted, okay. Take it back to that. Now, all right, so I have my key signature, I have my scale, I play D, I play E. When I get here, I know to make this F sharp because of this right here, okay? And that is the functional thing about key signatures. Same with the B flat example. Let's get rid of some of this here. Just draw my scale, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, okay? I know that this is going to be B flat, and I know that this is going to be E flat because that's what the key signature told me, okay? And those are 2 major examples. Let's go with our some minor examples, and let's switch keys. And by the way, when you're drawing key signatures, the sharps and the flats go in the same, oops, just write that up there. Okay, rules, okay. Same placement, same order every time. What does that mean? Okay, oops, let me draw I erased, start over with the clefs here, okay. So, we always start with F sharp is the first one. We'll do the sharps first, okay, F. So this is G. Then I go F, C, F, C. And I'm sorry I'm not doing tenor clef or alto clef, okay? And so this is called D major. I go F, C, G, F, C, G, so forth and so on, okay? Notice I'm just adding sharps to the keys, right? G gets 1 sharp, D gets 2 sharp, A gets 3, okay? And this is also where the circle of fifths comes from, because you notice as I'm adding sharps, I'm going up by fifths from G to D, okay? If you don't know what that means, a fifth, we'll have to do intervals in a future video, okay? So then up from there is E, then the key of B, then F sharp, and then C sharp. And I'm just going to keep adding. Whoops, I might run out of room. I drew that a little prematurely there. G, D, F, C, G, D. And by the way, if you're starting out for the first time drawing sharps and flats and whatnot, notice how I'm drawing very specifically, okay, on the line. F, C. You know that this thing, when I've seen students drawing these things for the first time, sometimes I kind of see this. Let me go down here, draw the F down here on the bass clef. Okay. I kind of see this for F sharp. And it's like, is it F? Is it G? It's like not quite on the space, but not quite on the line either. It looks something like this. Okay. Right? It's like the line's kind of going through the bottom, but it's mostly in the G space. Okay. So when you're drawing sharps and flats, it really needs to be clear, okay, that it is going through that line. That is F sharp. Same with drawing on a space. That is how I draw C sharp. You know it's in that space. It's not like this. Okay, well that's on the D. It's not even a C. All right, or if I draw something like this, okay, where it's not filling up the space or filling up the line F, C, you know that this is G sharp. And then D sharp. Okay, it's really, really clear whether or not that sharp is on a line or a space. That's really important when you're drawing these things. Okay. Oh, I ran out of space. Okay, so 1 sharp, 2 sharp, 3 sharp. Whoop. Let's make some space here. Start over with B major. We got F, C, G, D, G, D, A, F, C, G, D, A. Okay, notice they have kind of a pattern where they go like this. Same on both clefs. Again, back to our rule, okay, same placement, same order every time, okay, regardless of what I'm doing there, okay. And so that's B major, okay. All right, and let's write in the minors while we're doing this. This would be E minor, B minor, we already said that one. This is F sharp minor. This one is C sharp minor. And then these also go in fifths, right? E, B, F sharp, C sharp. This is G sharp minor, right? How do I know that? Where does that minor come from? It actually comes from the 6th scale degree, okay? And what I'm going to do, 4 score, I'm going to make a new layer. This is how you make a new layer. All right, so we can come back to this. And then I just go, boop. Isn't that nice? I love that feature. All right, so let me show you. Let's go to that G sharp minor, B major example. Draw my clefs again. Okay, so we're going to go F, C, G, D, A, F, C, G, D, A. Okay, and let's draw my B scale here. So we got, and I'll just draw it Grandstaff style maybe. B, middle C, D, E, F, G, A, B. B major scale. And these get scale degrees, not to get off on a different subject here, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Number 6 is my minor key, right? And why do I call it G sharp minor? Well, because look back over here at my key signature. It's G sharp, yes? Okay, and there's the G sharp in the bass clef, right? Okay, or if I was going down, A, G, F, E, D, C, B. Okay, 6th scale degree, okay? Even though I went backwards this time, this is still number 6. Yes, down here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Some people say to go back 3 half steps from the tonic. That also works. So if I went from here, if I went B to A, that's 2 half steps, and then A to G sharp, that's 3 half steps. I can find my minor key name there. It's another way to find the minor key. So if I was in a minor key, so now I'm going to say that all of this is in G sharp minor. So that means I need to actually draw a G sharp minor scale. Let's do that. G sharp, A, whoops, draw my bracket since I'm doing grand staff now. By the way, that's how you make a grand staff, is to draw the bracket. Okay, so now I have G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G sharp. In this state, this is what we would call natural minor. Excuse me. Okay, why is it called natural minor? Because I'm not going back to the key signature again, I'm not altering anything from the key signature, okay? It's just the notes as they are from what's there in these 5 sharps of the key, okay? So with minor scales, you start getting into raising scale degrees, okay? We'll save that for a future video, all right? Because we're trying to talk about key signatures and how key signatures affect the note reading and what's the purpose of them. But we'll have to do a whole thing on minors maybe in the future, okay? Let's do another layer over here. Let's do a flat example with just 1 flat. We'll do the grand staff again. Let's just do 1 flat. Oh, by the way, I forgot something here. Okay, how to name the key signatures when you look at them. When it comes to flats, well, you just have to remember that 1 flat is F major. Just kind of have to commit that one to memory. After 1 flat, when we get to 2 flats, it's the next to last flat, whatever the next to last flat is. So in this case, I look at the flats and I see that I have B flat and E flat. The next to last one is B. That's the name of the key. If I was in key of 3 flats here, okay, now what's the next to last one? The next to last one is this one. So we call this the key of E flat, okay? Simple enough to name the keys. With sharps, it's 1/2 step above the last sharp. All right, so let's just do 1 sharp. 1/2 step above F sharp is G, okay? 1/2 step above the last sharp, in this case C sharp, is D, and that is the key of D. Now, it gets a little confusing sometimes if it's, we get to like, say, lots of sharps here. So in the case of, or case lots of flats, then what I've previously written in the key signature matters. So let's go B, E, A. Oh, well, let's do it with sharps. Yeah, because with flats, it's just the next to last flat. That's easy to understand. So let's go back. Let's do this with sharps. I'm going to go here. F, C, G, D, A, and E. Okay. What's a 1/2 step above E sharp? Well, a 1/2 step above E sharp is F sharp, right? Because E sharp is the same as F natural. So that's why we call this the key of F sharp major, right? Or if I went 1 more, very last sharp that I would ever put, okay, B sharp is the same as C. What's 1/2 step above that? C sharp. And that's why this is the key of C sharp major. And also it's C sharp major, excuse me, because everything is sharp, okay? C major is no sharps, no flats. C sharp major is everything flat, sharp, okay? Same with the flats, right? If I was going B, E, A, D, G, C, and F flat, everything flat. Next to last flat is C, so I call this C flat major, right? Everything flat. Okay. So let's do a major key. Let's go back over here to my flat key. So this is F, do major up top actually, and minor down below. Do it that way. close this out here, okay? And the relative minor, what's the 6th scale degree? Okay, it's D, so relative minor here is D minor. Okay, and those are my key signatures for this one key of 1 flat. I got F major here and D minor here. Okay, all right. And that's a little bit about key signatures. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments below. And I hope this was helpful, and more videos to come. Make sure you stay tuned in. And if you have any requests out there for music theory, any questions that you have, then please leave it there in the comments. Thanks so much. See you in the next one.